The thing is, I usually start these videos by saying, hello readers, and welcome to PJL Books. I say that basically every time I make a video, to the point where perhaps for those of you who listen to me regularly, it loses meaning? No, I don't mean that on purpose, but perhaps that's how it could come across. But for this video, I want to make it very clear, readers, you are welcome here. Let me explain. For those of you who listen to me regularly, you are always welcome, and for those of you who are listening for the first time, welcome to PJL Books. To explain who I am, I write books and I create stories, and I share them here on YouTube, on my website, on my blogs, all the links in the description below. I'm only a tiny little grain of sand when it comes to the beach that is YouTube, but still, this is my grain of sand on YouTube, the one that is under my control. And I use it as a means of escape, not just for me, but for the people who listen to my channel. My stories, my writing tips, my reviews, all of this is for you. So for the length that my videos are, you can just simply be in my world, a world where you are welcome. But there is this thing called the real world, which of course occupies much more time. And right now, the real world is a bit of a mess. A hot, angry mess. I was angry. I'm angry, pretty continuously this year, to be honest. I mean, well, you can go and listen to how angry I was after Brexit, which of course is something which is perhaps a little bit more close to me because I am a British national. I'll put a link in this video right here if you want to go and listen to that. And I make no apologies for how angry and borderline ranty that video is. It's how I felt at the time, and although I've obviously cooled off since then, I stand by how I feel. But I was angry. And I could be angry here in this video. But that's not what I want from this. And I don't think that's what anyone wants from this. Blind anger, sadness, the blame game, it doesn't work. It never works. This always happens, doesn't it? When something happens in the world, a big shock usually, be it a humanitarian disaster, a natural disaster, a political failing, after the initial shock, we always look for something to blame. Even natural disasters, things which are by definition out of our control. After 9/11, we scapegoated Muslims. After the earthquake here in Japan in 2011, the earthquake and the tsunami, natural disasters, we still managed to scapegoat nuclear power somehow. After the attacks in Paris in 2015, almost exactly 1 year ago, we were scapegoating immigrants, despite the fact that the people who committed this were basically half a dozen extremists. And yeah, after the shock happened, you get this blame game going round, and after all of that merry-go-round of people being very angry and expressing their fury at what happened, why did this happen, it's your fault, did we get anything out of it? Did we get anything out of maligning Muslims, or maligning immigrants, or scapegoating nuclear power? No. I mean, it feels good, doesn't it, in the short term? It makes us feel like a salve for the wounds, yeah? It's comforting to find something tangible to hate, yeah? When something doesn't go as you wished. When there's a problem in the world that cannot be immediately explained, you get angry at something. But there's the irony. We have to get angry. We don't have to do this. We don't have to keep doing this. We don't have to keep going through the cycle of the blame game. It's going to happen again. I guarantee in the next few weeks, after the initial shock has died down, and after the white-hot stage of denial, I suppose, has cooled off, it's going to solidify into anger and fury. And it doesn't have to. We can be so much more than this. I mean, I want to right now. I really want to be angry right now. I can think of at least 12 different things that I want to say in this video right now. But all 12 of them alienate one audience or another, one group of people or another. Now, I'm not trying to please everyone, of course not, but I am going to needlessly alienate people. Yes, needlessly, because I'm just going to get angry just to make myself feel better, and as a result, I make someone else feel worse. I belittle them. Yeah? People who I potentially disagree with. What's the point? But there is one thing that I can say. There is one thing that I could do. I would say it's my idea, but it's not. One of my favourite other YouTubers by the name of Nerdcubed has inspired me to do this video. And that is to simply say, you're welcome. It's a phrase that's used a lot, obviously, but I mean it literally. You are welcome here. Here, on this tiny, tiny little grain of sand that is mine here on the beach of YouTube, you are welcome here. Come in. Watch my videos. Listen to my annoying nasally voice. And enjoy and understand that you are welcome. Everyone is welcome here. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you think. You are welcome here. There is no enemy here in my corner of YouTube. Now, I'm not asking people to break bread with the enemy, to sit down with my enemy, because there is no enemy. We have so much more in common than we do differences. No matter who you are, no matter where you're from, no matter how you're politically inclined, or no matter what your opinions are on divisive issues, we have so much more in common. We are more friends than enemies. I sincerely believe this. It can be very easy to think that we are experiencing a downturn in morality, in ethics right now. It can be easy to feel that way. But remember, I think it's fair to say that we all want the best things in life. We all want the same things, really. We all want to have a peaceful world. We all want to get along. We're not living in a Hollywood movie where there's a villain who just wants to be villainous for being a villain's sake. No, we're living in the real world, that messy, angry real world where people actually are wholly decent overall. We want the same thing. We just have different methods, different philosophies on how to achieve it. There are no enemies. And you are all welcome here. Thank you very much for listening, readers, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.